I'm gonna have to record this on my iPad because I would do this on my phone, but it's nearly dead. Also, I am kind of taking a bit of a risk here because it is currently 20 past 1. I have to leave the house at 20 to 4. And yeah, that is 2 hours and 20 minutes, but this could take a while because there is quite a bit to do here. But, yeah, moving on. The first Purge, universally negative ratings. I watched it on Film 4. Luna Lauren Velez did not realize Levi Tran was in this. I don't know why they don't have what do you call her? Marissa Tomei's name in the credits here. She's also in the film, and when I saw her, I thought she looks familiar. I can't tell who that is because I'm pretty sure this person normally has like black hair or is brunette or something. Is that Sandra Bullock? Looked it up. Oh no, it's Marissa Tomei. What the fuck is Marissa Tomei doing here? Because obviously, not everything she's been in is perfect. Not everything she's been in is good. But I would have thought that she would have been more picky with her scripts, you know? But, as for the film itself, actually, before I move on to the film, I'm going to give my sort of history with the Purge series. I seen the first one in 2018, I think. I had just turned 14, and I thought to myself, I'm growing up, I should watch a horror film or two to see if that's my kind of thing, on just so I can show people how tough I am. So I seen the original Purge, and it was crap. Like, the only thing I liked about it was there is a scene at the end which I just find it really funny, where they've sort of overpowered all the bad guys, but they don't want to kill anyone, so they're just like, they got the guns on them, but they're not gonna fire. And eventually, one of the neighbors, I think it was like, "Fuck this!" Tries to grab the shotgun off of Lena Headey. Lena grabs the gun, hits the other girl in the face with the gun, and then slams her head into a glass table. And she's like, "No more violence." I love that scene. But other than that, the original was crap. And then I'd also seen The Shining and A Quiet Place. But for some reason, even though I didn't like the original, I was like, you know what, I'm going to watch Anarchy in Election Year. And excuse me, something went wrong there. I don't know what happened. I'm glad I did watch those two. I think they were better. Like, I actually enjoyed those films, even though they are crap. And it also introduced me to Frank Grillo, who, like, at the time I thought was a complete nobody, but no, he's not. He is actually, like, a big star. Because, I mean, he's Rick Flag Sr. now. But, this was a couple months after the first part had come out, so it would have been available to watch on, like, streaming and stuff by this point, but I couldn't be bothered, and then I eventually say, you know what, screw it, I'm just not gonna watch it. But then I don't remember when it was, because I watched this on my Skybox. I've got stuff in my Skybox that I recorded all the way back in 2021 that I've yet to see. I think I recorded this in 2022. I was like just scrolling through what's playing. I saw that. I was like, screw it, sure, hit record, and then I got around and watching it a couple of days ago. As for the film itself, I do kind of like the whole the the NFFA care more about results. Like they want it to seem like a positive thing, and then they can take credit for it and all that. Whereas the whole idea behind it was that the violence would, the peak of the violence would have been at the top, then it would have gone down and down and down. I like that whole thing. There was a scene before the purge started where a character, I think it was the main female character, was protesting. She was saying like, "Oh, this is just another way that the government can hurt black people," and going like, "It's going to hurt white people as well. Yeah, it's happening in like a mostly black area." But that was coincidental. I had a feeling they weren't gonna resolve their plot lines because you had that guy with like the fucking makeup and the machete and shit. He sort of disappeared after like halfway through the film, and then I thought, right, well, we're just not gonna see him again. That's not gonna get resolved, which sucks because I really want to see that come die. He's so annoying. Which props to the actor for that. Right. Sorry about that. I can't record these videos on my iPad, or I can't pause the recording. I was gonna do reviews for everything that I've seen, but I'm just gonna leave it at the first purge. So, obviously, going into this, I knew they were gonna do like a whole thing that, oh, the NFFA is like Trump, even though Trump is a Republican. And because I'm watching this now in 2025 rather than all the way back then in 2018, stuff has happened that has made me realize stuff. Imagine this film was set in the UK and they made it now. The NFFA would be a metaphor for the Reform Party. It's a thought I wanted to get out there. I would say this film is better than the original, but not as good as Anarchy in Election Year. There was some surprisingly decent action in the film, although it doesn't make sense that some like one fucking gangster is able to take out all these top mercenaries. But that's one last thing I will mention: the fact that this whole thing is like a government cover up is based as fuck.